Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, to me, money is emotion, and I might cry tonight because I cry. Things mean a lot to me. And I am a generation older than a lot of you. And I came from a family of 5 girls, and my mom and daddy thought we were all going to be taken care of. Well, it didn't happen that way for any of us. So when I got married the first time, and then the second time, and then y'all don't want to hear about all that. But what I realized is the same things that all of you are saying, is that I gave my power to someone else, thinking they were going to take care of me. It didn't happen. And so when I went through my divorce and I was paying for, half of everything for my children, I thought, well, okay, I'm going to pull myself up by my bootstraps and I'm going to make enough money to make this happen. So I went and got a job working for somebody, and I worked for them for 9.5 years. And then, does anybody here work for Mission? I'm sorry if you do. They let me and another woman in their early 60s go in one day. They said, your job has been terminated. I'm like, what? How does this happen? And the whole thing is, shit happens. Mm-hmm. Shit happens. And I thought, well, okay, I went through a divorce. That was kind of shitty. And then I went through a job that I thought was going to support my children through their college education. That didn't happen. But here's the common theme amongst us girls, if I may say, is that I just wasn't very realistic. I wasn't being authentic. I was living in a dream world. And I would get the boys up early in the morning and I would say, come on, if y'all will go to, Green Life with me, I'll get you a muffin, and then I wouldn't have to fix breakfast, right? And they would say, do you want any, debit? Do you want any money with that card? Yes, I'll have $20 in 2 10s, and I would peel it off to each child. It was an energy flow for me. It wasn't real. It was like, as long as I'm working, I'm going to take care of my children. Well, my son graduated from college last year, and the other one graduates this year. And I paid for half of that. But here's the thing. Nowhere along the way did I think of myself in this equation. So all of a sudden I got scared 2 years ago after I lost my job. I got scared of the election that was taking place, and I had this deep, dark depression. I'm sorry, everybody else has been really happy, and I'm taking you down the rabbit hole. But I had a nervous breakdown, so I took the little bit of money I had out of my 401k and I stashed it. Well, no one told me I'd have to pay taxes on that. So all of a sudden I'm paying more than I make in a year in taxes. And then I said, Emily, you are not really very smart. And in my inbox came an on-track, ad. It said, if you need help, and clearly I did. So I called them up and I was crying and I was, just so desperate, despairing. And they said, you need to come in and see someone. We're going to set you up with a counselor. And Catherine met with me, and I don't know if I had a box of Kleenex, but I had them all in my hand. And I started talking about my story. And then it becomes like something you have to really, when you tell somebody else, like I'm telling you now, it's like, oh my gosh, this really happened, this is really happening, and I need help. And I think of it as emotions, you know, like a flow. Catherine, you could be really proud of me. now I'm doing this. I've got the budget here. And every month I put it out. And the amazing thing about doing a budget is, one, you know how much you don't have. You know, and you know, I always say, bury me in cashmere and silk. Well, I haven't bought any new cashmere and I don't have new silk, but I love what I have and I wear it all the time, and those old jeans still fit me. That's good. And I have a budget, and over here is the last payment on my Sears card. And then I've got the last care credit. I'm going to own those teeth. They can't take those crowns back. Right? So, I'm sorry about all the tears, but the truth is, the amount of gratitude I have for someone looking at me and not just going, like, you're a mess. You know, you're an emotional mess, because I'll own that. But I'm also becoming a success. And I feel like, at my age, 66, that I am now going to be my own woman. I am paying my own bills, which I've always done, but I haven't done it very smartly. I've way outspent what I should. And now I'm being honest with myself. And reaching out to others kind of means that you can't tell a lie about it. It's like on paper, and people can look and see what you make and what you should be spending, you know? So I feel like On Track came to me through the ethers, and I showed up, and when Catherine said, I think we can help you. And I'm like, what? This isn't just another therapy session? Because I've been in therapy for years. I always say I've been in therapy longer than Woody Allen, and that's the truth. You know, but I really feel so appreciative for being my own woman, for being honest with myself and others, and being given this opportunity to be a success. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart.